Hey guys, today we're going to talk about congruent chords and arcs. So we should know what those are because they're in our vocabulary, right? So two chords are congruent if and only if their corresponding arcs are congruent. Okay. So in this picture that I'm going to be using, I'm going to be focusing on chord A, B, and C, D right there. So A, B is equal to C, D. That means their arcs are also the same. Okay. They also have to be equidistant or the same distance from the center. So again, AB would be equal to CD. If, so notice the center's at E, so we're going to focus on those little two guys right there. If FE is equal to EG, or sorry, GE. Okay. Also, if a diameter or a radius is perpendicular to a chord, so remember perpendicular makes a 90, then it bisects the chord and its arc. Remember, bisects means cuts perfectly in half. So looking back at the picture, I'm going to do some erasing. So in this case, we're looking at EH, the radius, and the radius, right? Notice they're both perpendicular with those chords because I see those 90s. So, and it's saying EH is perpendicular to AB. That means AF is equal to FB. And also the arcs, measure of AH, is equal to the measure of HB. Because they got cut perfectly in half. So that is the same as that, is what that says. Whew, okay, all the words, we're going to use the math for it now. So what this is saying, for example, in number 1, what we could do, because of all these things, we could say 7x plus 24 is equal to 115. We would subtract 24, 7x is equal to 91. Divide by 7, x is equal to 13. And it just said find x, so we would stop there. Number 2, since I know that those arcs are the same, 18x minus 2 is equal to 52. Add 2. 18x is equal to 54. Divide by 18, divide by 18. X is equal to 3. Okay, now we're going to pay attention because now they want us to find measurements of sides or things like that. So after we find x, we'll be plugging things in. So please pay attention to that. But first step is to find x. So I know 9x minus 34 is equal to 4x plus 1. We subtract 4x, subtract 4x. 5x minus 34 is equal to just 1, and 34, and 34. 5x is equal to 35. So when you divide, x should be equal to 7. Now they want you to find xy, so there's xy, so 4 times 7 plus 1. So that's 28 plus 1, so you should get 29. Make sure you're pausing where you need. So we're finding another measurement, but first we have to find x. So 11x minus 72 is equal to 5x plus 6. Subtract 5x, subtract 5x. Add 72. Divided by 6. So x is equal to 13. But they want us to find RS. RS. So 11 times 13 minus 72. And when you PEMDAS that out, you should get 71 degrees for that. Okay. Number 5, it's back to a find x. Interesting here though, because not a lot is labeled. So if this is 6x minus 20, this has to be 6x minus 20 because of these sides, right? So I'm going to copy 6x minus 20 here. And this part of the circle is 76. But that part of the circle has nothing to do with everything that's been labeled. We want to know this part of the circle since that's where all my labels are. So 360 minus 76 should get me 284. So this one's a little different. So we have a 6x minus 20. We have another 6x minus 20. And we know that part of the circle is 284. This is a different approach. So first we want to combine our like terms. I have a 6x and a 6x, so I should get a 12x. Minus 20 and minus 20 make minus 40. Equals 284. Add 40. So you have 324 on this side. Divide by 12. Divide by 12. X is equal to 27. And in this case I said find x, so we will stop there. Okay, lastly, number 6. Okay, so MP and PN, they've given us measurements. However, they're little MP and PN, these little tiny lines are going to be hard to put in the picture. But since those are both lines that are perpendicular with our chords, I know these lines are going to be equal to each other. subtract 2x, subtract 2x. And 34. Make sure you get 30 here because we have a negative and a positive. And then we'll divide both sides by 3. X is going to be 10. However, they said find MP. So we're going to go back to MP right here and plug in 10. So So 5 times 10 is 50. 50 minus 34 should get you 16 as your final answer. Again, I'm going to leave you guys the back to practice on and keep going, making sure you guys are getting the hang of things. If you get stuck, let me know and I'll come over and try to trace things out with you so you guys can see the relationships.